Good morning, good morning, good morning, my brothers and sisters. Good morning, and welcome to another day, another edition, another episode of our Good Morning Daily Devotional. This is the daily devotional that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief one day at a time. We are grateful and thankful for the opportunity to come alongside of you as you navigate through your grief. Come on, what is grief? Grief is the natural and normal response to any loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how it is expressed on the outside. That's why here we say good morning, because mourning is a good thing. We don't want you to suppress it, we want you to express it. We know that you feel what you feel, but you have to have the opportunity to reveal what you feel so that you can navigate through grief in a meaningful manner. And so thank you for joining us. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. I'm privileged to be the senior pastor of the City of Hope Community Church, located in the great city of Indianapolis, Indiana. Privileged to be the virtual pastor of Hope Nation. That's people all across this country that are connected with our ministry, and also your 2023 certified grief coach. That's right, certified to help you to navigate through your seasons of grief. And I'm excited to have the opportunity to do just that on today. So I want to welcome you in this virtual space and place. I want to encourage you to join our Facebook group, the Good Morning Grief Facebook group. It's a wonderful opportunity for us to connect outside of this 8 a.m. hour and to continue to develop relationships. Continue to develop relationships with one another as we navigate through this thing called grief. And so I want to thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for taking the time to tune in on today in a very special way. I'm so grateful. I'm so glad. I'm so thankful that you are here today. So we're going to get into our devotional for today. Today is day 68. Today is day 68. We're talking about living a life of no is no life at all. Living a life of no, it is no life at all. Our scripture, or not our scripture, today's grief quote. Today's grief quote says, cynicism masquerades as wisdom, right? Cynicism masquerades as cynicism, an attitude of scornful or jaded negativity, especially a general distrust of the integrity or professed motives of other people. When you believe people have a self-interest in themselves and motives and all of this stuff. So cynicism masquerades as wisdom, but it is the furthest thing from it, because cynics don't learn anything. Because cynicism is self-imposed blindness, a rejection of the world because we are afraid it will hurt us or disappoint us. Cynics always say no. But saying yes begins things. Saying yes is how things grow. Let's get into it, y'all. We grievers have earned a little cynicism. We've earned a little cynicism. After all, life has hurt us. We engaged with life, and in the end, it dealt us a mean blow. We're probably going to say no for a while. We're going to crawl into our shells and regroup. We won't re-engage quickly or easily. Oh, how many people that you're saying this describes me? I've been hurt. I am hurt. I say no. I'm not going to engage. I've retreated. I've regrouped. No, 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 no. I'm hurt. I'm hurting. No. Get somebody else to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm not trusting. I'm not that trusting of people. I'm not that trusting. People have motives and agendas, and I'm just a little cynical. There's a little cynicism taking place within me because of what has taken place in my life. We grievers have earned a little cynicism. After all, life has hurt us. We engaged with life. We tried it. We were vulnerable. And in the end, it dealt us a mean blow. We're probably going to say no for a while. We're going to crawl into our shells and regroup. We won't re engage quickly or easily. How many of you can say that's me? You have you don't went into your shell. You crawled into your shell and regroup, and you don't want to re-engage quickly, and you're not going to re-engage easily. How many of you can say, "Yo, that's me"? Rejection of the world because we are afraid it will hurt us or disappoint us. How many of y'all say, "Yo, that's me"? I'm in my shell. I regroup. I done backed off. I done backed away. I done been hurt, and I'm not. No, 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 no. How many of y'all can say that you have been in a position to where it's no, you're not as trusting, you're not as giving, you're not as anything anymore since what happened has happened to you, right? I want y'all to put it in the chat. There ain't nobody put it in the chat. All right, here we go. This is what you got to understand. But soon there will come a time when we will need to start saying yes again, right? You might be in your season of no right now. You may be a little cynical. You may be in a position. There we go. There we go. It was just a little slow coming in. There we go. I see it. 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 I get it. There we go. There goes the me's. The me, 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 me. There goes the me. That's me with certain people. Absolutely. All right. Well, check this out. This is what you got to understand. Soon there will come a time when we need to start saying yes again. Yes to our friends and family. Yes to new experiences. Yes to love and life. Yes begins things. This is why we got to do that. Because yes begins things. Yes is how things grow. And I know you're in a season of no, and I know you're processing. I know you're going through. I know you're dealing with things. Your mindset has changed. You're dealing with a lot. You've taken on a lot. It's a lot to process, it's a lot to deal with. And I get it. And we may be there for a season. But y'all, what we got to understand is yes begins things, and yes is how things grow. Now, essentially, you got one or two choices. You can continue to no, 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 no. Come on, Destiny's Child. Eventually, you need to say yeah, 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 yeah. But if you continue to say no, 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 you got to understand yes begins things, and yes is how things grow. So you can forever stay locked in your cage of no. You can forever stay in a place where you've crawled into a space and you are regrouping and you don't want to be bothered. You can forever stay in that place, right? Or you can actively mourn, do the healing work, navigate through the process, slowly but surely get back to a place where you can say yes, because you got to remember, yes begins things, and yes is how things grow. Here it is, final thought. Living a life of no is no life at all. Woo! Living a life of no is no life at all. My brothers and sisters, hear me when I say living a life of no is no life at all. And you don't want to get to the point to where you're just merely existing and you're not living. You want to be in a place, you want to be in a position where you are living again, right? But if you continue to just live a life of no, understand that is no life at all. And you want to be in a place where you're living. You want to be in a place where you're not just existing. You want to be at a place where you are able. Maybe you're not thriving now, but you want to get back to that place where you are living, where you are thriving, where you are filled with life. You don't want the transition or the passing of your loved one to also cause you to be deceased as well, right? To where you're living deceased, right? You don't want it to affect you in a way to where you stop living, and to where you're in a position to where um, it's caused you to die as well, right? No, there is life after death, not only for your loved one, but for you as well. And that's why doing the work is so important, because you don't want two deaths to take place. You want to be able to navigate through the process. And I promise you, this is what you got to understand. I know it don't seem like it right now. I know you can't imagine it. The pain may be too intense for you to envision it, but there is life after death, that you can't forever stay crawled up in a place of retreat, saying no to the world and never coming out again, right? Yes is where things begin. Yes is where things grow. And I want to encourage you, and it's a process, but I want you to get back to the place, right, where you start to say yes again. Let's look at that list. Start to say yes again. Yes to friends and family. Yes to new experiences. Yes to love and life. Why? Because yes begins things. Yes is how things grow. Living a life of no is no life at all. Final thought: as soon as I'm ready, I will start looking for opportunities to say yes. As soon as I'm ready, I will start looking for opportunities to say yes. As soon as I'm ready, I will start looking for opportunities to say yes. Yeah, it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but as soon as you're ready, start looking for opportunities to say yes. Yes to families, yes to friends, yes to new experiences, yes to going out, yes to laughing again, yes to loving again, yes to living again, yes to life, right? Because, as we said, living a life of no, guess what? It is no life at all. And they didn't die so that you too would die, but you still have an opportunity to live. They are living, and you too still have an opportunity to live as well. So today is day 68, talking about living a life of no is no life at all. We want you to have the opportunity, as soon as you are ready, start looking for opportunities to say yes. Come on, talk to me. Questions, comments, questions, comments, questions, comments, questions, comments. Oh, but y'all be a little quiet. Y'all be a little quiet compared to the 7 o'clock devotional. Y'all be a little quiet. Questions, comments. Did that lesson make sense? Did that make sense? Good evening. We're definitely going to. Questions, comments. Melody Crabtree. My best friend insisted we take a cruise. I limped through that cruise, but she was patient with me. But that act of love got me back into living life. Her love was a healing to my soul. Leon Timbo sings a song, Don't Call, Come Get Me. And I hope you listen to it. I'm glad I said yes. Leon Timbo, Don't Call, Come Get Me. I'm going to listen to it as soon as we get off of here. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's a testament. And it really, it affirms, what we're talking about. All right, Leon Timbo. Don't call. I see it. All right, I'm going to listen to it. Don't call. Come get me and I hope. Don't call. Come get me and I hope you listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it. That's beautiful. Thank you. And it really just it really just solidifies the lesson. That you said, and I love what you said. You said you limped through the cruise, right? You limped through the cruise, but she was patient with you. We talked about this a couple of lessons ago, talking about friends, grief friends, friends that will be patient, friends that will understand, friends that you can, And I love it, and I love the fact that you said you limped through the cruise. Hey, I limped through it, right? I'm trying. I'm here. I'm not in the best place, but I'm here. And even though I'm limping through it, but I'm here, right? And that's beautiful. And I think, Melody, that a lot of time there's a season of limping. We're going to limp through life. We're going to limp through the cruise. We're going to limp through the next experience. We're going to limp. We going to limp because we hurt, right? But you did. You limped through it, and you were so glad that you did. And so you said the act of love got me back into living life. And I think that's so very powerful. Um, yeah, I think that's so very powerful. I thank you for sharing that. That's beautiful. I went to an event last weekend. My body was there, but my mind wasn't. Yeah, I seen you all dolled up doing the doggone thing, Gisette. Uh, this is what's beautiful about that. Small steps lead to great distances. And it's all a process. And I think we go through those seasons, or we go through those situations to where our body is in a place, but our mind is not there. We don't feel like we're there. We can't even recall everything that happened because we're so numb, right? But you said yes, right? You said yes. And ultimately, small steps lead to great distances. So kudos to you. Stacia, thanks for the encouragement because I've been in the I don't want to be bothered season. Yeah, I know. I want you to come party with us. And Stacia said, I don't want to be bothered. Amen. But it's exactly what you said it is. It is a season, right? It's a season. And this is the thing that's okay. I love what the lesson said because this is what the lesson says, Stacia, which I love. The final thought. Look, as soon as I'm ready, I'll start looking for an opportunity to say yes. So it's kind of like, that double dutch when you sitting there, they going back and forth, and you waiting to jump in. As soon as you ready, don't let nobody force you to jump in. Don't let nobody make you jump in. No, as soon as you're ready, you'll take that leap and you'll take that opportunity and you'll make that jump. And so you can determine that, and you will determine that. So thank you for sharing. Powerful. Facebook user. I don't know why the name does not come up. For a while after mom's passing, I would go to the shop to get my hair done because it reminded me of her. Crazy thing is, my stylist helped me because her mom had recently passed. Had to say yes to going. My healing was there at that time. I'm telling you, man, you'll find it in the craziest of places and spaces, right? And that's just the way God works. That's just the way God navigates through it. That's just the way God does what he does. And so that's powerful. And I'm so glad you did. That's powerful. Melody, yes, I had to learn to keep breathing and keep moving. Keep breathing and keep moving. Absolutely. This is beautiful, y'all. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank y'all for sharing today. I appreciate y'all. Look, I hope this was a blessing to you. Continue to tune in every single day at 8 o'clock. We're gonna navigate through this thing one day at a time. We are all on our grief journey, and we are navigating through it together. And so I thank God for you. I thank God for this village. I thank God for the opportunity for us to come together, so that we'll know we're not by ourselves. You're not alone. You're not by yourself. You got a whole village. Make sure you go to the Facebook group. Jump in the village, y'all talk, dialogue, conversate, develop connections, and all of those wonderful things so that we can continue to do what God desires for us to do. Yes, Ruth Roseby, there is healing in our yes. Sonia Perry Bostic, seasons increase our ability to be seasoning. Ooh, mm, that's saucy right there. Seasons increase our ability to be seasoning. You better come on because we are the salt of the earth. I love that. I'm going to steal that. Look, I hope y'all have a thriving Thursday. Join us inside the village so we can continue to connect. I love y'all with the love of the Lord. And as soon as you have the opportunity, make sure you say yes. Come on, let's get it. Uh, uh, uh. Good morning. Good morning.